Editorial: Understanding Today's Pastors' Experiences, Opinions and Perceptions by David Trim. David Trim, who holds a doctoral degree, is Director of the Office of Archives, Statistics and Research at the General Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, Silver Spring, Maryland, United States. Just as in many other professions, the work of the church pastor continues to be increasingly complex. Wearing multiple hats at the office, at church, at home, and in local communities, today's pastor deals with various kinds of conflicts, constant changes, different kinds of relationships, and the fear of hurting church members' feelings, among other issues. Unfortunately, because of the stress that comes with the ever-increasing burdens pastors must carry, many have left the ministry, and more are thinking of leaving. There is an urgent need to explore understanding and address the ever-changing reality that pastors are currently experiencing. Without addressing this reality, we may see more pastors suffering physically, mentally, or spiritually, becoming demotivated and ineffective in their ministry, or leaving the ministry altogether. This could have a terrible impact on the local congregations and the worldwide church at large. This issue of ministry. To help understand Adventist pastors' experiences, the General Conference of Seventh-day Adventists conducted a Global Adventist Pastors Survey, GAPS, worldwide of Seventh-day Adventist pastors in 2022 and 2023. In total, 12,760 pastors participated in the survey. This number accounted for 44% of all the Adventist pastors worldwide at the time. These thousands of pastors shared many important insights that this issue of Ministry magazine addresses. The key details for all the articles in this issue come from the survey. Melak Sigor and Olatsi Gabasiani tackle the challenges of being a minister in today's complex world. They present the reality as captured in the perceptions of the pastors. Without understanding the challenges that pastors face, it is not possible to address those challenges and provide pastors the necessary support. Dan Namanya, Victoria T. Aja, and Hyun Jun Woo address one of the challenges that pastors consistently face: time management. With an ever-growing list of responsibilities that pastors assume, time management can be challenging. In their article, these authors focus specifically on various calls pastors have on their time and what can be done to be an efficient pastor despite multiple responsibilities. Safari Wa Umbeleka and my article focuses on pastors' educational achievements, their exposure to Adventist education, and the value they attach to Adventist education. These various factors can affect the support that the local pastor and local church members in general provide to Adventist schools. It is already well established in past research studies that church members who attended Adventist schools tend to stay longer in the church than those who did not. It is important to look at this from the pastor's perspective. Robert K. McIver, Wendy Jackson, Brendan Pratt, Stephen J. Currow, Erica Pooney, and Petter Chinchala focus on pastors' lived experiences with the ministry. They discuss both the fulfillment pastors feel in their ministry and the areas of concern. They show how more pastors are feeling like quitting the ministry. They then propose some practical ways to deal with the areas of concern. Robert K. McIver and Neil Thompson present summary data on how often major church doctrines and other sermon topics are the focus of preaching in local churches. Because of the plethora of topics that were included in the survey, there was a large spread in the frequencies. However, some topics, such as salvation through Jesus Christ and Jesus' second coming, were found to be more frequently preached on than others. Last, Shipra Fepulei reviews Start to Finish, an important book in guiding pastors to live a balanced life. The Pastor's Voices. While ministry publishes many articles that have been a great blessing to pastors worldwide, it was necessary to look at pastors' issues using empirical research. Since it is the pastors' voices that are captured in most of these articles, we believe that this issue will resonate well with our pastors and church leaders worldwide. Pastors will be able to understand better what is going on in ministry, the challenges that are common to pastors, and practical ways to deal with them. We also hope that church leaders will glean lessons that may help support their local pastors more effectively. For bibliographical and biblical references on this article and for much more content for pastors and church leaders, please visit ministrymagazine.org.